Hey there YouTube, it's Donovan the Smartphone Guy here to do a first impressions video of the Huawei Honor 8. So I did just get this phone today and I must say so far it's one of my favorite phones of 2016 and I have had a lot of phones. So I picked this up for $260 on Newegg.com. They ran a deal over Black Friday where you get this huge package of items with the phone and really nice deal. So we'll talk about that, and we'll also talk about what I think about the phone so far. And so far, I'm definitely giving it 2 thumbs up. So that's kind of the quick conclusion. But let's talk about what you get in that package. So you can still get the package, but it's not $260 anymore. So you get the phone, and you get in the phone with the phone. You get, of course, all your instructions and everything. So kind of one of the more interesting ways to unbox the phone. So you actually slide the phone out of it. Kind of interesting. And then in here we have our charger. So it does have a quick charger that it comes with. So that is hidden right in here. And then it just comes with a SIM removal tool and some information booklets in there. So not a whole lot that comes with the phone normally. So you're definitely gonna have to go pick up your own case, your own screen protector, which by the way, I'll mention this, there are not a whole lot of screen protectors available for this phone. I started doing some research tonight looking for some screen protectors, and yeah, they're just not really available. And so we'll talk about that in a little bit. So in this package, what you get, so you get this really nice selfie stick. I'm not really much of a selfie stick kind of guy, but really nice high quality metal selfie stick, and you can see the camera button there, and on the other end we have our headphone jack to plug it into while you have that selfie stick rolling. And then we have a second quick charge cable and block adapter, wall adapter, and then we also get this micro USB to Type-C adapter as well. So that comes with that package that I got for $260. And I have these set over to the side, so I'm gonna go grab these real quick. Super high quality headphones. So I tried these out earlier. Nice metal build to them, and then the cable is real nice cable as well. So pull these out of there, so you can see that it's a nice braided cable, but that's also covered as well. And then you have some extra tips there. But these are super high quality, really nice headphones. Certainly not, the best headphones I've ever heard, but man, as part of that package for $260, these things are sweet. So definitely better than what you would normally get with the average phone, for sure. And then you get this Doctor Strange package. Now, I was actually missing one thing. I was supposed to get a clear case with it as well, so I had to contact Newegg, and they're going to be sending that out to me. But you also get this one. You get this case, this Doctor Strange package. So just a cheap plastic case, but it's got that Doctor Strange logo, and it comes with a couple comic books as well. So a couple Doctor Strange comic books, an older one and a newer one, it looks like. Haven't even looked at those yet. So I'm going to set that over to the side. And now I want to talk about the phone itself. So you can see that I got the midnight black version. It's also available in blue and white as well. Very glossy, all glass build here with the metal on the bezels here around the outside. And we can see our 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, Type-C. That's our speaker down there at the bottom. We'll listen to that in a little bit. On the side, we got our power button, our volume rocker, our fingerprint scanner on the back. We got our dual LED flash there, and then we have a laser autofocus there, and dual 12 megapixel cameras. One's wide angle, one's not. Our SIM tray, I should pop that out so you guys can see that. But for the SIM tray, we have a nano SIM right here, and then this one can be used for a micro SD card there for expansion, for memory expansion. So this one comes with 32 gigs of storage. They do have a 64 gig, and it is 4 gigs of RAM as well, but we'll talk more about the specs in a little bit. So 8 megapixel camera up front. Of course, we got our speaker there, and so that's just our sensor up in the front. It does actually have an IR blaster there, and just another microphone there. So I think that covers just about all the hardware that I can think of, but it is a little bit of a fingerprint magnet, so that build definitely has a lot of an S6 feel to it. Obviously, the S6 doesn't have that fingerprint scanner on the back. It has that down there, but it definitely feels in terms of it feeling the hand. And I've just barely tapped the fingerprint sensor just now. And yeah, you don't really even have to do much to it. And one thing that's really kind of interesting about that fingerprint scanner is that it actually compresses, so you can actually push it down. So I want to show you something that happens when I push it down. Flashlight. All right, so that's something that you can actually set up in the settings, which is something that I think is really cool. And I'm going to double tap it now. So double tap that home button, and it took a screenshot. So I set that up as well. And then the third one is if I hold it down. So watch when I compress it and hold it, it opens up my camera, which is an awesome feature in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that setting. So this is running the Emotion UI platform. So that's Android 4. It is Emotion UI 4.1, but it's running Android 6.0.1 in the background. So that's nice Marshmallow, Android Marshmallow. Pretty heavily skinned though. Obviously you can see Emotion UI is a pretty heavy skinned version of Android. There wasn't even a app drawer there, so that's something to keep in mind. And one other thing that I'll mention is you can use that fingerprint scanner to pull down the notification shade, which is kind of cool. But this thing I don't like, so there's my notifications, but over here I have to touch the shortcuts to go over to my shortcuts, which I don't like that. I can toggle between them by swiping, but I don't really like to have to do that. So anyways, just something to keep in mind. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So now let's go to the settings, and I wanted to show you some things that you can do with that fingerprint scanner, or where to find that. So that's under Smart Assistance. So there's my Smart Assistance options. So there's a bunch of different options here. You can go through those, but I want to show you there's the Smart Key one. So that's where I set up the flashlight. And let's see if I can get that into focus there. So there's the flashlight, the screenshot, and then the camera. So the one press, double press, and press and hold. So that's a really awesome option in my opinion. We have the one-handed UI. We have some motion control options. So we can flip it to mute it. We can pick it up and reduce the ringtone volume, raise to ear. That's going to answer the phone. There is a tilt option, which I'm not really sure what that one does. Smart screenshot, and then we have the draw option. So I can draw some letters on the lock screen and open up some apps. I think that one's kind of dumb, honestly. It doesn't work very well. So it has to be on the lock screen, and you use your knuckle to do it. So let's go ahead and try some of those. So here's my lock screen. I'm going to try a few of those. So that's the letter E. Now, that's supposed to turn my flashlight on, but you can see it didn't do it. But clearly I drew a letter E, right? Okay, that time it did it. So that's why I like that fact that I can just push that fingerprint sensor and turn that on. That's just awesome. So those gestures I'm not a big fan of, but it is what it is. It's there. It's an option that you have available. So the display, I should talk about that. The display is a 1080p display, so 920 by 1080p resolution. And here's another thing that I think is kind of cool. So let's say that you're running out of battery, which this battery is pretty good so far. It's kind of hard to tell because this is obviously my first day of usage, but it seems to be doing pretty well so far. But I believe I don't actually have this up here, but I think, yeah, okay. So it's a 3000 milliamp hour battery. One thing that's kind of cool in that battery option, if I can find it again, let's see, maybe it's under display. It's not under the display. So in here somewhere, if I can find it, I think it might be under advanced settings. Yeah, it's under advanced settings. And I have this option for battery manager. So I'm going to go to that. And this is kind of cool. So this enable ROG power saving, what that does is it actually turns the screen from 1080p to 720 as your phone is starting to die. Like if you're starting to run out of power, it will literally turn it to 720p. I've never seen a phone that does that, and I tried it earlier and it really does it. So here we go. You probably won't be able to tell the difference on screen, but you can clearly tell the difference between the 720p and the 1080. It still looks fine. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of cool in my opinion. So now that's 720p. You probably can't tell the difference on here, but to the naked eye, you can definitely tell the difference. So that's a power saving option, which I think is really kind of cool. Just my opinion, but I like it a lot. So let's listen to this speaker real quick. So we have our speaker. It's just a single mono speaker down there at the bottom. And I like a little metalcore here. Okay, so maybe not the best speaker from metalcore. It is a relatively loud speaker, but it's definitely not going to compare to some of the better speakers that you can get on a phone. Probably similar to like an iPhone, because you know the iPhone has that bottom firing speaker, and I'd put this right on par in terms of maybe not quite as loud though. iPhone speakers are a little bit louder. So I think that covers most of what I wanted to hit on this. So if you have any questions, I'm sure that I'm missing something. Oh, let me talk about the camera real quick. So in terms of the camera, this thing so far has done phenomenally well in low light situations. So it will pick up light that you probably won't even see in a picture. So this is a really low light picture. So I was just sitting next to my desk here, and the lighting at that time was super dark. And it picked up a whole lot more lighting than I actually saw with my eye. So that is one thing going for this phone. I'm going to say the camera has been really great. And I've had an iPhone 7, I've had iPhone 7 Plus. I can't compare it to the Pixel because I haven't had the Pixel phone. But the camera quality so far and just my initial reaction has been, I mean, it's great. The camera quality is just excellent. So other than that, I'm confident that I'm missing something that you probably want to know about. So if there's anything that I can answer for you, go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section so I know what to cover when I do my full review. My full review will probably come in about a week and a half because I've got like 5 phones that I'm going over right now. So it'll be a little bit. This one will probably be my main driver as soon as I get my screen protector and my case for it. So probably a couple weeks before I'm able to get to that full review. But anyways, if anything that you want to know about it, go ahead and leave that in the comment section. Please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. Also subscribe to the channel. Again, it's super helpful for this channel if you subscribe. And then also, please share this on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, wherever you might be on social media. Please share. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.